And good. More of this. More of this. Okay, like we just kind of missed it in that earlier part of the replay. You're in the play. You could play it, or you can get back and play your goal line or play your deep third. And now we could still... So, like, you're still making the same decision. You're just in a different position, which is going to give you more options. Meaning, if for some reason teammate 50'd this player and it went mid, you are here. But you can also, if it goes here, get here. All right. So, first replay of the day will be Drewster, Grand Champ 2. He's playing in a CCS match, which I believe is a college league. I'm not sure. So this will be game 5 of the series. Working on playing faster these past few weeks, but I think default to a slower playstyle during intense games. That's normal-ish. So this will be Grand Champ 2. Appreciate you submitting, Drewster. It's a good challenge. I wish we kind of played midfield right there, but I'm not going to nitpick that. So far, so good. Defense looks fine. Traditional, but fine. It's a good beat right there. I like that touch. That's fine. Another good challenge. I think I always call them dive challenges. Whenever you're closing a fairly big distance and diving the ball. Dive challenge. They look good. Your straightaways, your dives, they look good. And I think your defense looks good. We haven't really generated offense yet. But challenges look good. We're looking for a little bit of ball control. I love that cut. Really like that midfield cut right there on defense. Good. Very, very good. Very good. That was best play of the game right there. Kind of like a... It's really a cut, but quick cut into ball control. Really good. Not rotating back post, not playing traditional, kind of just attacking the ball. The biggest issue with this replay on a team level is you guys have been getting pressured for not 3.5 minutes, for a minute and a half. Yet this team isn't really doing anything to press you guys. Your team is just having a tough time clearing the pressure. I do want to focus individually. Things on my mind are we're somewhat controlled. We play solid defense. Maybe try to build on that. I really like the couple cuts you're introducing because that helps clear pressure. I really would like to see more demos. I know it's hard, like in a series, like if this is game 5, I know it's hard to demo, but that would have been the easiest way to kind of alleviate pressure. Cuts look good. Because like what the issue with this replay is every time you or a teammate solo plays, there's no support. Meaning whatever happens here, you're not really close enough to pick it up. The only thing you're positioning for is if it's lost, right? So if it goes this way or kills, like you really just can't get there. So your team is losing support on solo play. And what they're doing, they always have a forcer and someone picking it up. It's not always 2 people, but they always have someone back. So like your team solo play is getting shut down like pretty consistently because you and a teammate are not supporting not just this play, but it's nearly like every play, whether it's clearing pressure or creating offense. And then they always have like a stack. So that's like the systematic issue with what's going on. And I'm going to kind of let this play to see if there's anything like individually we could focus on. So like that's really good right here, just to like play devil's advocate on what I just said. This is really good. It's a cut. That's why I said cuts are good. But like you see how your teammate kind of cut sidewall right here. So like your teammate is supporting your teammates. I wouldn't necessarily call it solo play, but you guys are feeding into each other. This is good. This is how like you start to get ball control, you start to get boost control, you start to kind of monopolize the pace. I find that we're not really ever in a position to support. It's always like we're supporting, but we're kind of playing a pick up the pieces type of play style, which is something we can build on. Which I think good job. We're not always going to score goals like that, right? But good job. I think we could build on the pick up the pieces type of play style. That'd probably be the easiest way to start this. Totally fine. Man, we're not going to make this about this, Drewster, but you need to start looking for demos. If you are in a series and you feel like you need to get something going, demos are the easiest adjustment to make as a player, as a team. You have not looked for a single demo. I'm really hoping you prove me wrong, and this replay will not be about that, but like, dude, like, this game works in two parts, on the ball, off the ball, especially in a 3 setting. But it's good that we're supporting right here, though. So I'm gonna like, I don't want to nitpick this specific thing because I would not be searching for demos here, but in general, we're just not considering, like, let's see if we demo someone on the way back, right? So yeah, we're just rotating past this player right now. That's like the easy demo. That's their third. That's how you alleviate pressure. So again, where my brain is, I want to build on this pick up the pieces type of play style because there we go. Really good job, right? Killing the midfield threat, demoing the midfield threat, alleviating pressure. I think that you kind of play a role on this team. I don't really want to change that. Part of me like just wants to see more, like more cuts. We're taking good dive challenges, but it's like when we control the ball, I just want another touch. When we take a dive challenge, I just want some sort of follow-up or a better 50. Or, again, not going to make this about demos, but it's like I like how we're playing. It's just I want to kind of get out of this POV where we're always stacked back. Like, this is 75-80% of our play style is a POV that looks like this. It's a very traditional third man play style. Not bad. Not bad by any means. Like, it's super traditional. This is how like Rocket League was first built. Playstyle metas, etc. Like, you play a third man support. And I'm just trying to think like how we could almost play a little bit more meta. Cause like what happens is your air dribble bumped, you're demoed. It's kind of easy to counter a playstyle like you. That's where it's like, I wish we had another touch, but we're just going to let this play. So like, that's this is, I know this is the problem. And I don't know if we can just like describe the problem. You see it, you understand it, and that's it for like the advice, or if we need to focus on things we can do. Because like, again, we're doing some of the things I like. But it's like, again, third man support, pick up the pieces type of player. That's what you are. We see this, and it's like, okay, if I'm a support, if I'm a pick up the pieces type of player, right? Well, your teammate's in the net. So you're picking up the pieces for this. It doesn't mean you need to play the ball, but we kind of just get into these. I mentioned before, like, I want to see us cut the midfield more, which we're doing. I just want more. We just get into these weird roll and rotation things where it's like you and your teammate are playing a third right here. So it's like you're rotating back. He's like, oh, I hope you go for me. Like, I really just want to see you play right here. Play right here. And it's like you're already anticipating, right? Like you're already, again, you don't have to play this ball, but like your support, maybe it's just more midfield positioning. Maybe it's more midfield positioning all over the place, not just defensive midfield. But like the problems I see are lack of support is like a second, third on transition where you're still kind of playing for that defensive. I talked about that before. I showed that example. Then also like this lack of support on defense where like, you know, we just need a quick follow-up, or we just need a, you know, it could be follow-up 50, or it could be follow-up and then fake on the backboard and teammate gets to stay in the net. Or you're just kind of sitting and chilling here. But there's a lot of times where you're just like left out of the play. We can't follow up a teammate. We can't really play defense. We're just like positionally awkward between a lot of different decisions. I want to try to like find one more example, but and it's like now we could play this, but like it's like we only play these situations where they're like wide open and clear. But whenever like a moment gets like really dicey and like hard to read, we just kind of default to that defensive decision. I think it's like the pure applicational advice would be just more midfield with the intention of cutting more, following up teammates more, and supporting more. Very good. Good follow-up. That's all you need. Air dribble 50. It's all you need. I'm going to try to find one more example, but where I would leave this, just to kind of like recap, like what's the problem? The team problem, having a hard time creating offense and clearing pressure. What's your individual problem? There's a lot of times where your teammates are creating offense and you're just still playing a deep third or a defensive third. Or someone needs to cut to fill a position and you're just not ready for it. Another problem, we just don't cut enough, in my opinion, for threes. For Grand Champ 2. We always like, really, we just play a very traditional deep third that can be like a part of your play style, but it shouldn't be your whole play style. I would like to see more midfield positioning. Like literally your positioning is encompassed here. So that means less rotations to back post. If your teammates are on offense, maybe you're playing a little bit closer. It's just more monopolization of this midfield so that we could quick cut, quick support, be able to be in the play. Because like what you could do, and this is like where it could build, like I'd have to see where this, how this reacts with your playstyle juicer. But like, let's say, okay, you're doing the midfield stuff. You're like, you're really trying. You might run into boost management issues. You might run into challenge issues where now you're in the right position, but you feel like you have to go, but you could always fake. Like you could still fake challenge and still play for 50s and still play defensive. I want more midfield coverage, and I want just overall more positioning in the midfield to aggressively support, and then like things to focus on, like little like playstyle goals. Follow your teammates up like aggressively, like don't space so far away from them, and cut more. And I would demo more, dude. But the whole demo thing is kind of part of your play style because you play a deep third. You don't really get a lot of demos. That was good. So I'll kind of describe what you just did right here. Start back. You transition the ball, right? Rotate through the goal line. Steal some boost. Support in the midfield. And I initially like drew this picture, but I just want you here. I don't care if it's getting here from rotations through the goal line, pushing out of out to mid on defense, but get here so you could support. And then like, let's say this ball goes here and you see your teammate go, you just kind of recycle and play that deep third, play that third. But at least we're here supporting. So we do. Yep, so this is good. We wouldn't really play midfield right there. Good. Very good. Let's try. See what we do. And good. More of this. More of this. Okay, like we just kind of missed it in that earlier part of the replay. You're in the play. You could play it, or you can get back and play your goal line or play your deep third. And now we could still... So, like, you're still making the same decision. You're just in a different position, which is going to give you more options. Meaning, if for some reason, teammate 50, this player, and it went mid, you are here. But you can also, if it goes here, get here. So it just allows you to be in more options versus if you're here, you only have this option or this option. The same thing happens on offense. And that's where I'd leave this. It's just, I kind of want to find the parts of your play style that, like, this will emphasize how you like to play. This is good midfield. And it's like, we're going to score off you pressing in the midfield. Very good. Just get this mental image. We're close to the play. We're in the midfield. We cycle out. We're still in the midfield. We're still in the midfield. You kind of play a cut, pass, still in the midfield. So it's like that pick up the pieces. Like you're setting up your teammate. You're picking up their touches. You're creating offense. You're still like, a lot of that was still on the defensive, meaning like you're playing a third right now. If that dude missed it, you're going to pick it up. But it's like finding these moments to get aggressive, and I really think it starts with the midfield. And I mean, I think we had 2 or 3 demos towards the end, but they weren't like, you know, searching for demos, looking for demos. They just happened to be right in front of your face. I mean, the little bonus, you know, when you rotate back through the midfield, you have that cut, you have that pass, but often you have these demos. Look for those demos in the midfield.